Hey there, I'm Henry. Today, we're going to dive into a chilling case, the story of Samantha Fraser. This tragic story unfolded on a peaceful Australian island called Phillip, near Melbourne, in the summer of 2018. Let's start from the beginning. Samantha Fraser was born in the summer of 1980 in Melbourne's suburbs. Her parents, Jeanine and Travis Fraser, did everything they could to support their only daughter, providing her with a good education and nurturing her talents. Samantha was a good student and an active sportswoman, winning many awards. She went on to study psychology at a prestigious university, graduating with honors. She continued her sports activities, leading the student cheerleading team. After graduation, she became a psychotherapist at a large medical institution, earning the respect and trust of her colleagues and patients. She loved her job. Adrian Basham, born in 1973, is an Aussie. He grew up in a cop's family. Although he didn't have any run-ins with the law early on, many believe his violent outbursts and aggression stem from his upbringing. His father, James Basham, shockingly gave him advice on how to avoid punishment when he found out about the horrific crime his son committed. Samantha and Adrian first crossed paths in late 2005. Their friendship blossomed into a romance. Many who knew them were puzzled by their relationship as they were so different. Samantha was kind, outgoing, and always found peaceful solutions to problems. Adrian, on the other hand, was harsh, rude, and confrontational. Despite their differences, they got married a year and a half after meeting. They bought a house in Melbourne's suburbs, close to Samantha's parents' house. Adrian got a job at a large mining company, which involved a lot of travel. His frequent absences probably prolonged their marriage. Adrian was a domestic tyrant, demanding absolute obedience and exhibiting strange behaviors that suggested a mental disorder. He insisted on perfect order in the house, not just cleanliness, but also the arrangement of objects. Any change could trigger his anger and aggression. Samantha, being a psychologist, knew how to diffuse conflicts and hoped Adrian would change over time. They had 3 children together, daughters Jemima and April, and a son, Rex. But even fatherhood didn't soften Adrian. In 2014, a family argument escalated into physical abuse. Samantha didn't report it to the police and didn't tell anyone. She naively thought it wouldn't happen again. But a year later, Adrian beat her again. This time, Samantha decided enough was enough. She reported the abuse to the police, took the kids, and moved in with her parents. They officially divorced in spring 2017, and Samantha and the kids got the family home. But Adrian didn't leave Samantha alone and continued to harass her. She lived in constant fear. Samantha got a court order to keep Adrian away, but he didn't stop. He moved nearby and kept annoying Samantha. According to a friend, Adrian threatened to take everything from Samantha, including her house and kids, and even threatened her with physical violence. Samantha lived in fear, installing an alarm system, window bars, and surveillance cameras at her home. She was scared Adrian might break in and harm her or the kids. About a year after the divorce, Samantha felt Adrian was calming down. She even started dating again and began planning a new life. On July 22, 2018, Samantha celebrated her 38th birthday with close friends and her new boyfriend, Wayne. She seemed happy and calm. A few days earlier, Wayne had proposed, and they planned to get married and go on a long vacation. The next morning, Samantha dropped the kids off at school and was on her way to work when she got a call warning her that Adrian was near her home. Samantha was worried about facing her ex-husband in court for a domestic violence case. She feared he might retaliate because of the lawsuit. She shared her fears with her best friend over the phone, who tried to reassure her. But after that call, Samantha disappeared. When she didn't show up to pick her kids from school, the teacher, aware of her family situation, called the police. The police found a horrifying scene in her garage. Samantha's body was hanging from the garage door fixture. It looked like she might have taken her own life, but her body told a different story. She was bruised and battered, as if hit by a truck. Her clothes were different from what she wore in the morning, and her shoes were missing. It was clear someone else had been there and tried to stage her suicide. But they made mistakes. The rope was too long, her feet touched the floor. There was an overturned stepladder next to her. Forensic experts found signs of a struggle. Samantha had severe head injuries, and there were signs she had fought back. That evening, her ex-husband, Adrian Basham, showed up at his father's house. He had fresh scratches on his face and was acting suspiciously. His father, a former police officer, sensed something was wrong. When detectives arrived the next day, suspecting Adrian in Samantha's murder, his father understood the situation. Adrian was silent at first, refusing to cooperate with the investigation, but the evidence was overwhelming. Samantha's blood and skin cells were found under her fingernails. Adrian's sweat was on the rope used to hang Samantha. His motorcycle had traces of her blood, and a bloody blouse was found in a trash can outside his father's house. Surveillance footage showed a man, believed to be Adrian, leaving Samantha's house on the day of the murder. The court found Adrian guilty of premeditated murder in February 2023 and sentenced him to life in prison without parole for at least 30 years. Samantha's children were taken in by G9 and Travis Fraser. This is a shocking story of a young mother's tragic end. Despite enduring years of abuse, Samantha hoped her ex-husband would change, but when she stood up to him, he took her life. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of domestic violence. Thanks for listening, and remember to subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.